Okay, well, good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, the 19th of March, and this is the next edition of the diabetes, following my diabetes progress and my fasting and whatnot. And this is the second edition. It's going to be much shorter. Yesterday's was an hour. Today's going to be about 5 minutes. But I got to tell you, just now, I just drank this Sigget organic yogurt smoothie. That I drank just after 9 a.m. this morning, and that broke my fast. 106 hours, a new record. I did 81 or maybe 84 back in 2019. And I have to say, I'm just coming from the Willimantic Co-op, where I bought a bunch of stuff in that bag. It's gonna be really good to eat. I'm gonna do another video when I get home and show it to you. The kind of stuff I'm gonna be eating over the next week. I've decided to do fasting starting on the first Sunday of every month. Not April though, because it's kind of close to April. Starting in May, we're gonna do as many days as I can. Minimum of 2. And if I don't want to do more than 2, that's fine. But I'm gonna do at least probably 2 every time. And today I did 4 plus today. This time 4 plus. But I'm gonna shoot for longer ones, I think. But I have to say, while I was at the co-op shopping, getting ready to break my fast, still in the fast, I actually started feeling lightheaded and dizzy a little bit. Not a little bit. It got to be more as I went along. And might have been low blood sugar. I mean, after all, I haven't eaten a darn thing since Saturday night. So it probably might have been low blood sugar. And that's dangerous. So that's why I bought the little yogurt smoothie thing, so I could drink that sucker and get a little bit something going. So I broke the fast. So I was going to wait till I got home, but I did that. Make sure I don't pass out. And I already feel better. You know, it's crazy, but got that in my stomach. So that broke the fast. Today's kind of a little bit of a work from home day, or not, partial work day, partial day off, work from home kind of day, which I need. I'm gonna run around like crazy. And I'm gonna eat some good stuff here in the bag. I'll go over and I'll let you know what I'm gonna be eating. That's basically what I'm gonna be eating over the next few weeks, and only that. There's something about some like turmeric chunks in there that I don't know that I can know how to even get those prepared. So I'll have to do some YouTube Googling and whatnot to find out how to do some of this stuff. But I did complete a 106-hour fast, and I'm very pleased about that. And I did it. And last night, I actually went into a grocery store when I was absolutely starving, and literally walked around the place, a bunch of aisles, looking for some certain things. And I'm proud that I had the willpower to walk out of that store, as hungry as I was, having only bought 1 lemon, 1 container of water, and a box of baking soda. That's it. So I was pretty good willpower-wise on that one. Believe me, I wanted to eat everything in that store. I wanted to eat the whole store. I'm not even talking about the food. I wanted to eat the building, everything. I was so hungry. And it's interesting that last night was night 4, and I was very, very hungry. But night 3 was the night I was the most hungry. I was less hungry on night 4. And I'm wondering if it's because my body was starting to look for other resources inside of me to fill the energy need. And I think that's one of the ideas behind fasting, is to clean out the inside of your body. And I think it might have worked. I felt terrific throughout this fast. As bad as, the first day I was in the gauntlet, so I was not doing well. Second day I was in recovery. But these last 3 days, or last 2 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, absolutely terrific, really. Fasting makes you feel great. But today, I think the low sugar thing was kicking in a little bit there. So I had to have that yogurt. I thought the yogurt was the right thing to kind of like bring a little bit of something into me. And I got some, cashews, and I got all kinds of cool food in there. I can't wait to go home and eat it. I'm starving. So I'm going to sign this off. It's going to be a relatively short one for today. This is part 2 of Common Sense News and Entertainment's Maha Show, where I'm going to cure myself of diabetes here online every day. You follow me, share these videos, spread the word. I am going to cure myself. I know most doctors say you can't do it. They are wrong. I'm going to cure myself of diabetes part 2, and I'm going to have a glucose test. It'll take a while. Listen, nothing worthwhile is easy, and things take time. It could take a couple years, actually, to fully rid myself of the disease. But I have to be consistent with what I'm doing. And I learned about the way I could cure myself, by the way, back in 2016. That's 10 years ago now. Right around this time of year, too, right around Easter. And somehow it took me so long to get the willpower and the gumption to get it right, to actually do what the things that I read about say. And I've only been doing that on and off for these last 10 years, and it's resulted in a lot of problems for me health-wise, for sure. But now in 2024, I began to right the ship and began to really listen, but not enough. Now, as of 4 days ago, I have reached this level of, I would call it, not obsession, but of stickler. I call it the stickler. A stickler on making sure nothing goes into this mouth that isn't gonna help me. And this is part of the Maha movement. You guys got to start eating good organic. I know I've brought this up to people in the past, and they've said, hell no, I want to enjoy my life and eat what I want. I'm not going to sit there and not enjoy my life and eat all this crap that I don't like, blah, blah, blah. Just stay healthy. It's not worth it. I'd rather die younger and eat whatever I want, blah, blah, blah. And there's something to be said for that, but it's not that situation where you have this balance of good food and bad food, where like everything, if you're eating like one of those people who eat at fast food joints and eat regular store-bought food at home all the time or whatever, you're really, you got to make a move in the direction of at least more healthy, because you're really systematically screwing yourself. You know, did you know that back in the 1800s, early 1900s, people didn't really have these chronic diseases that made their lives miserable? They didn't. They just lived normal, healthy lives until they got really old. And then when they got really old in their 80s and 70s and 80s and 90s, they just died. Something went wrong then and they died. It wasn't like, I guess what I'm saying is convalescent homes and rehab centers are filled with more 50 and 60-year-old people than ever. Back in the day, even when I was a kid, you would see only 70s and 80s in the convalescent homes. Well, now they're in a lot of times it's rehab, but it's because they have chronic illnesses and it's caused by our food supply. So if you want the spaghetti dinner, have it, but don't have it every night. Have good stuff. Look into what the real healthy ways of eating are. And there's a lot of delicious foods, by the way, to eat that are really healthy too. I found a couple I'm going to have to check into. This kale salad I bought, it's a prepared food, but it is amazing and really good. But anyway, we're going to end this now. We're in the center of Coventry, beautiful Coventry, Connecticut. And we're going to say goodbye. We're going to be on with Court at 9:30 tonight again, Yankee News and Common Sense News and Entertainment combined show. And of course, Selena and I here on YouTube at about 2 o'clock. We have a lot to talk about. So have a great day, everybody, and we'll catch you guys a little bit later. God bless Connecticut. God bless America.